What is up, YouTube? Jonny here again today, and we are going to continue with the Project FRS. As you guys saw in the last video that we did on the FRS, which was part 2 of the rear, the diffuser, making it more aggressive, we are going to go ahead and continue on that, just because now that I did the diffuser and that I cut the bumper, obviously I don't have reverse lights anymore. And when you don't have reverse lights, it makes it a little bit harder to back up into areas, at nighttime, like when I'm backing up into the garage. So I went ahead and installed Diode Dynamics Tailless turn, but I'm going to show you guys how to install it yourself if you decide to go that route. Alright guys, so this is the stock tail light. All it has is, it's just been painted red. Obviously you guys saw it in a previous video when I used VHT to red it out. It's still the stock tail light, and this only works with the stock tail light. What we're going to do is change this up a little bit. These LEDs that we have here, these ones, are normally just your brake light. And in here, this little white area is normally where your turn signal is at, and obviously your reverse lights are down at the bottom center. But I've always liked cars when you see that the lights are red and then the white spot is always a reverse light. That's what I wanted to do to this one. And now that I don't have a reverse light, I need to have it up here. So we're going to be using a Diode Dynamics Tailless turn module, which is basically 2 harnesses with some wiring, some connectors. What we're gonna do is we're gonna change this from being our turn signal. We're gonna move this into our brake lights, and this is actually gonna act as our brake lights and our turn signal. So it's gonna be cool to see, the ring light up and blink for a turn signal. With this, we're gonna have to swap out the bulb for a white bulb, or in this case, I'm gonna be using some LED bulbs to turn this into something that's really bright, a bright white, and it's gonna be a reverse light. So luckily I didn't red out the whole light, so this clear part is still gonna be reflective enough to give me some visibility in the nighttime, and give me some visibility when I'm looking at the rear backup camera too, going into the garage or whatever. So let me go ahead and show you what the kit looks like. Alright, so included in the kit are 2 jumper harnesses and some wiring with some connections. So this is your harness. This part right here goes plugged in right into the back of your tail light, and where the connection would go normally goes into the back of this. So this is basically just a harness you put in between your normal connection, and what it does is this actually swaps your turn signal to where your brake light is at. What we're gonna need to do is use this connector to wire in the power for the reverse light. So with this wire, this is how the lights are gonna know that the reverse light is being activated. So it already comes pre-connected. So you unclip it like that, and then you just go ahead and clip it in. You just plug this right into your tail light. Okay, so this is gonna be the back side of the tail light. This is where your turn signal normally goes, and this is where your connection for the LEDs for your brake light go. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect that. That goes connected there. What you do is you remove your original turn signal bulb, which is gonna be orange, and you upgrade it with something white, or in my case I'm gonna be upgrading it with an LED that I got from AutoZone. It was the fastest place where I can find one without having to wait a week ordering it online. It's actually really good quality. So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and put it where it normally goes. Now that we have it in its place, all you have to do is really just replace it, which is fairly simple. So let's put it back. That's done. So now that we disconnected our tail light, what you're gonna need to do is get the harness that came with your kit, and you see it has the same connection as the original cable. We're gonna go ahead and connect it. That goes connected there, and then this end goes connected to where your original harness is at. So there it is. It's just a jumper harness, just like it sounds. It just goes in between the original connections. Now this wire that goes here, we're gonna go ahead and connect it to our reverse light. So I'm gonna show you where to tap into that. So with this, we are done. Let's continue on to the next step. So this right here is the connector for your reverse lights. So what we're gonna need to do is splice into this green wire. It's got 2 wires. It's got a gray one and a green one. it comes with this splice connector, which is really simple to install. You basically just go ahead and clamp it over the side. So in your wiring harness, you have this little extension that has 2 connections to it. We're gonna go ahead and connect this straight to that. Since it has 2 wires, what it is it sends power to your left tail light and it sends power to your right tail light. So you just have to do the same exact thing to both tail lights. So that's why I'm just showing you guys one side. So after you spliced it, you basically just kind of clamp this on there. All you have to do is clip this on. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the way they came out. This is an option that you have in case you do have your stock tail lights still. If you have aftermarket ones, obviously this is not gonna really work for you because they're not gonna have, you know, a specific spot for the reverse light. This worked for me because of the fact that I went ahead and chopped my bumper off and I don't have reverse lights anymore. Let's say you do have your stock reverse lights and you just want to have, you know, 2 more stock reverse lights. Perfect, you know. I ran it like that for a little while. It was cool because it lit up everything. As soon as I hit that reverse on, it was beautiful how I could see everything. You know, it helped a lot for my backup camera to be able to see. But this way, you know, it still works. It's functional. You have every single light that you would, you know, normally have all crammed into your tail light, and it even gives it, you know, a nice little effect for your turn signals. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed, and you have a great day.